Are you thinking about working in an IRA as a new financial advisor? You only need one exam to get started, the Series 65. Not the SIE, not the Series 7, not a CFP. Just one straightforward test that costs less than $400. In this video, I'm going to show exactly why the Series 65 is your fastest path to landing that first advisor job and exactly how to get it. Now, when people start thinking about becoming a financial advisor, they often end up confused because there's actually 3 different jobs under the broad financial advisor umbrella, each one with a different business model and very different licensing requirements. First, there are insurance agents with companies like Northwestern Mutual. Now, when you first go on LinkedIn, these are most of the jobs you'll find. And they're primarily commission-based sales roles requiring you to have an insurance license. These roles often involve heavy cold calling and selling to your personal networks. This probably isn't the job you imagined when you said you wanted to be a financial advisor. Second are broker-dealer roles, where you'll sell investment products such as individual stocks or broad funds for commissions. This is your dad's guy at Merrill Lynch. These roles require the Series 7, which allows the holder to sell securities for commissions, and the Series 63, which covers state securities laws. Now, notably, BDs are subject to suitability standards, meaning they have to make sure that the securities they sell to clients are reasonable, but they don't need to be the best option for clients. So a BD could sell their proprietary S&P 500 mutual fund, for example, even though it has significantly higher costs than equivalent ETF. Finally, there are investment advisor roles at IRAs. These jobs provide financial planning and investment advice for a client-paid fee. Independent advisors are required to hold the Series 65. They're also legally obligated to act as fiduciaries, meaning they must put their client's best interest before their own. Chances are, when that mental image you have in your mind when you think about becoming a financial advisor, in terms of the kind of impact and maybe even the day-to-day work, it best aligns with the RIA path. So we're going to focus on RIA jobs. Now, does this mean you should run out and get the Series 65? Well, to find out what employers are actually looking for, I looked at 25 entry-level and associate-level roles at IRAs in the Chicagoland area. Here's what I discovered. Of the 9 entry-level roles, only 1 mentioned the Series 65. They said you had to obtain it within 3 months of being hired. However, of the 16 associate-level roles, meaning they're looking for people with 3 to 5 years of experience, 6 required or highly preferred candidates to have the 65. So that means many IRAs are willing to hire promising newbies and support their licensing journey. Why then do I still suggest proactively going out and getting the 65? Well, if you're a career changer coming from a completely different industry, say medical device sales, or you're a college new grad, the 65 is a high ROI way to stand out, particularly for competitive roles that offer high salaries, remote work opportunities, or CFP apprenticeship path qualifying experience. By the way, if you're finding these insights helpful, take a second and hit the like button. This is a new channel, so every like and subscribe helps more people find this video. So what exactly does the Series 65 cover, and how difficult is it to pass? In some ways, the Series 65 is like a baby version of the much broader CFP curriculum. You'll be tested on economic factors, investment vehicles, client strategies, and laws and regulations. The test itself is 130 multiple choice questions over 3 hours. You'll need to get 92 questions or 70% correct to pass. And the exam generally has a 65 to 70% pass rate. And unlike other series exams, you can register for this one on your own without needing sponsorship from an employer. It'll cost you about $400 between the exam fee and study materials. Now, if you're new to the industry, passing the Series 65 is enough to prove that you are serious and that you can learn and pass financial exams. Now, what about the CFP? Should you skip the 65 and jump straight into CFP coursework? Well, about a quarter of the RIA jobs I looked at mentioned CFP certification, but generally they're looking for someone who is either willing to start certification or is working towards it. Entry-level and even associate-level jobs typically don't require candidates to already be certified. Now, if you're 100% committed to becoming certified, and you have the $3,000 to $6,000 it costs for coursework, go for it. However, if you want to test drive this career first, or you're simply hoping that your employer will pick up certification costs, I think getting the 65 signals strong intent and the ability to learn financial concepts at a fraction of the cost of CFP coursework. Now, let me give you 2 more additional tips. While not mentioned the job postings I looked at, I have spoken to a couple CFP candidates who've gotten the Financial Paraplanner Qualified Professional, or FPQP, designation. This is more intense than the Series 65. While the 65 costs about $400 and requires 4 to 8 weeks of part-time studying, the FPQP runs about $1,400 and demands 2 to 3 months of preparation. That's significantly more in terms of time and money. For that reason, and honestly because Kaplan is the only one that offers this qualification, I'm hesitant to recommend the FPQP to everyone. However, something I am personally interested in is the externship by Amplified Planning. This seems to be not CFP board created, but certainly CFP board endorsed. It started during the pandemic to help CFP candidates get training, and it continues to offer people the chance to learn and experience financial planning. The programs have changed a bit over the years, but currently for 2025, it's an 8-week online program that runs over the summer. Participants learn some of the basics of investment planning, insurance, tax, estate planning, all while getting hands-on experience in eMoney, one of the key software platforms that financial planners use. You'll also get 500 standard path experience hours to count towards certification. Not bad for $400. Now look, the path to your first IRA job is a lot simpler than most career changers realize. The Series 65 is your best first step. It's affordable, it doesn't require sponsorship, and it signals serious intent to employers. Don't get distracted by more expensive or time-consuming credentials until you've landed that first job. If you're interested in learning more about entry-level financial planning jobs without sales pressure, or if you want to understand the difference between the CFP's standard and apprenticeship path, check out these videos next. I'll see you in the next one.